All right, what is going on, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the Four Line Podcast, episode number 38. It's your boy, CJ.
It's your amigo Brandon here with special guest
Sam Luckini, the special guest today from TikTok. You guys probably know him if you watch TikTok. He's on Twitter, TikTok, SamSportsTalk. How are you doing today, man?
I'm great, man. I got to be honest, baseball's back, so we're having a good time. We did see the Yankees kind of get spanked around today early. Brought it back a little bit, but I'm good. Just making content as is, having a good time with that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's great to be here with you guys. Thank you guys for having me here.
No problem. We appreciate you for joining us today. So yeah, as you mentioned, spring training is in full swing. Last time we did a podcast, it was funny. The timing was awful because we were talking about Freddie Freeman. That's when the Freeman market was at its hottest point. And then I'd say we uploaded that night within 30 minutes. We were signed Rizzo, and I was like, oh my goodness, the whole video just went out the window. So if you guys actually watched that after the news, I really appreciate it. If you did, if you didn't, who cares? But this is more up-to-date stuff. So Brandon, fit of the day, what do we got going on here? We like to start off with this, if you'd like to explain to Sam here.
Yeah, so Sam, welcome to the fit of the day.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, so we always just are let's see what we're all rocking, because me and CJ always wear something different. So today I came straight from the gym, so I got the Nike hoodie,
Nice.
I got the classic. The Hat Club cookies and cream.
That's fire.
That is nice.
That is fire.
Patch, got to keep it nice and clean. Now, CJ, what do you got on today, buddy?
I got this beautiful. You guys have probably seen the short sleeve version of this in blue, but I got the long sleeve one in white. Com purchase. I like this Subway Series 2000, and then we got you guys have seen this 1978 World Series 75th anniversary Hat Club, infrared brim, the OG Yankee logo, just matches the shirt. But Sam, what do you got on today, man?
Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay, I was preparing, I got a full day of work today. I've been at the computer editing videos and shit like that. So listen, I got a Yankees tee on. It wasn't even it was just a spur of the moment thing. I got black jeans on. I just took my sister to math night, so we had a good time. And I'm wearing, I'll show you guys the hat real quick. Just Baseball. Go follow Just Baseball if you guys don't already. That is my employer. So that's what we're wearing today. I wish you guys would have told me this ahead of time. I would have actually thrown something on. Nice.
I wish I told you in advance.
We always like to surprise people with it. We're like, oh yeah, by the way, we do a fit of the day.
Yeah, I mean, every time we have a guest on, they always find this probably one of the cooler parts, because it's
sick.
No one else does this besides us. This was he came up with this a long time ago, when we first started.
Remember when Keith? Shout out Keith McPherson.
Yes, the man.
But no, he found this amusing. He was like, oh my god. He goes, this is a great topic.
Yeah, he found this probably the best. He was like, yo, a lot of people out here got no drip, but you guys, you got to showcase it. You know what I'm saying? Got to bring it all out there. But getting into the baseball opening day, it's a week from today is March 31st, it's Thursday. The home opener a week from today. Me and Brandon will be there. Brandon, you want to go a little further into that real fast?
Of course. So, me and CJ, every time we go there, Section 203, the Bleacher Creatures, the best spot in the stadium. Come say what's up. We will be there. The rest of the day games during the season, we will be there also. So come say what's up. Hang out with us. Get a chicken bucket. Let's vibe out.
Let's have some fun. The stadium hats, you'll see those on Thursday. I have a big reveal. We've been waiting for this for a while. But Sam, you mentioned you were going to Philly for opening day.
Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, I'm in Delaware. Oddly enough, I make all this Yankee stuff. I'm in Delaware, not even close, a very irrelevant state. But I do live 30 minutes away from Citizens Bank Park, so I will be there on opening day. So
nice.
I will not be in Yankee Stadium. Wish I was with you guys.
well, we're all experiencing opening day baseball, so that's just great. Baseball's back. It's beautiful. Lockout's been over. I haven't even thought about the lockout for a couple, about 21 days since it ended. So moving into the baseball topic again. So spring training, it's in full swing. It started a few days after our last podcast a few weeks ago. The Yankees, people online are overreacting. They're either the Yankees play really good, they have a bad day like they did today against the Phillies, but it's okay. It's spring training. People are going ballistic on the internet. But I just want to, what are your guys' initial thoughts so far, Sam, if you want to start off here?
Yeah. Yankees Twitter is very reactionary. That's
Oh, it's
probably the
crazy.
biggest thing that you can take from, this entire spring training process. Obviously, it's different this year because it's shortened, so they don't have like all of this time that we're used to seeing them get. But I think people are so reactionary on Twitter just because of the shortened, extent of it.
Mhm.
When the Yankees are great in spring training, they're the greatest team in baseball.
Oh,
But
exactly.
when they're bad, we suck and we're worse than the Diamondbacks. So Yankees Twitter is a fun place. Like if you are not on Yankees Twitter, like you're just missing out because you see both
It's
sides of the
fun.
coin.
It's fun.
Like it is so fun. Like I absolutely love it. And now I'm like kind of in the Yankees Twitter, which like sucks, but it's great at the same time because I just see people crying all on my feed. But then there's some, I love the Yankees. We love baseball. So very reactionary. Yeah. I think we give these guys some time. I mean, listen, we're a week away at this point. They still have a week to go. They're going to be fine. I'm not worried about them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's beyond me. Like all the people freaking out about Garrett Cole. Like he had 5 strikeouts throwing strictly fastball. Yeah, he gave up some home runs, but he was trying to get the fastballs locked down. Like he's not worrying about the off speed and all these crazy pitches at the moment. Like he's just working on his fastball and people are freaking out. Like I saw someone say today he's not ready for opening day. He literally used 1 pitch the entire game.
Max.
It proves that. Brandon, what were you saying?
Also, he was definitely very intimidated because he was going up against Vanessa Hudgens' boyfriend.
Oh, I saw that. Cole Tucker, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like Cole Tucker now because of that, bro.
Don't like Cole Tucker because he's living my childhood dream.
And he hit a home run off Garrett Cole. Therefore, I'm
And he
not
hit
a
a
fan
home
of
run.
his.
What a bozo.
Not a fan of Cole Tucker, Kyle Tucker, whatever the hell your name is. Not a fan. But there are a lot of people that are standing out here. Like there's a lot of positives. Marwin Gonzalez is breaking right now. That dude is going off. And
he's making the team.
Yeah, I think he's making the team. I mean, bro, I honestly think he's the better version of Tyler Wade. Like he's the versatile player you need.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Hear me out. He's the Tyler Wade and Ruben Odor combined.
Yo,
I like that comp. That's a
I
great
like
comp.
that. I like that.
Really like that comp.
I really like
He's got
that
more
as
power.
well.
Yeah, he's definitely got more power for sure.
Now Sam's gonna go make a TikTok about it.
I'm gonna make. I already did. I made it like 2 days ago. I made a video about him and Correa. I was like, yeah, we got the right Astro. We signed.
Oh, I saw that. I saw
that. Leave his ass, bro. It's fine. We
don't need Correa. We got Marwin Gonzalez, bro. That's what I like. He's showing the power. He's showing that he plays everywhere. And like, yes, brought up like a great graphic, like how he's played, like the amount of games he's played, like in every position, like on the field, except for like catcher. Like it's just crazy. Like versatile guy. He has power. He could hit. That's great. Another person that's been standing out to me, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. What are we thinking about him?
Oh, listen, boys. So one of the dudes that I work with, he's a Rangers fan. And he randomly texts me one day. He's like, hey, I have this jersey. Do you want it? And I was like, what is it? He's like, it's an IKF jersey. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. Jersey comes in. I start watching IKF playing spring training. I love this guy. I think we're all going to fall in love with this guy because he's legitimately exactly what they need at that position. And granted, we all wanted Correa or Story or Simeon or one of those guys, and that's fine. But I've preached for the past 2-3 weeks, and I still feel like I'm fighting a losing battle with people on this one, is that they still had a really good offseason. And I think that IKF is like decent enough. Like he's a Gold Glover. He's a contact bat. That's what this lineup needed so badly. Mm-hmm. And I think he's a perfect fit, and we're seeing it in spring training, and he's been awesome so far.
Yeah, and he provides the defense too. I mean, he just looks so excited to be a Yankee. And I love players like Brandon. You look happy over there.
No, yeah, I'm real happy because all right. So, we all know the story of when I went to Texas.
That's a great story.
I don't know if you know Sam, but me and my dad, we go to we're trying to go to every major league stadium. So we have like
that's awesome.
Bar.
Oh, yeah.
So we took the Texas trip.
Sorry to interrupt, but Fenway this season, July 9th through 10th.
Yeah.
Yes, be at Fenway. We're going to be there for the Yankee series.
Yes, great times.
That's incredible.
That's going to be fun.
So me and my dad, we went to Texas and we did the Astros, which sucked or whatever. And then Texas Rangers, Gallo's playing right field right behind us. I was telling all of the people like right around me. This was before there was any trade rumors. And the game was on Father's Day. And I'm like, he's gonna be a Yankee. I just felt it. And so I was telling everybody around me, they're like, oh yeah, we'll see in like 20 years, 5 years if he gets traded. They're like, they're not getting rid of him. Then he gets traded, and the same lady that was sitting right behind us ends up commenting on one of our pictures.
No way.
Posted.
Yeah.
And was like, you said, she was like, hey, I remember you from Texas. You were like, Joey Gallo is going to be a Yankee. And I just wanted you to remember that I didn't forget you. And it's the best thing ever.
That is insane, man. What are
Full
the
circle.
odds, bro?
Full
That's
circle.
awesome, dude.
And then IKF was blowing out that game. He had a diving stop, I think. I mean, I'm really stoked out for them to be together because they played in Texas. And I think there was a stat that came out that was like Kiner Falefa had more hits than Aaron Judge last season.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
He had more hits than any Yankee.
Yeah,
That's
like
insane.
any Yankee.
That
which
is insane.
Crazy.
Which is going to be
Crazy.
good.
No, it's going to be great. Like that 600 something OPS, little scary, but I feel like he's going to get that up. I mean, I feel like the Yankees' approach at the plate has just been phenomenal, like all spring training, especially Kiner Falefa changes stance. He looks like he looks identical to Justin Turner. And also, not to mention, Isaiah Kiner Falefa was a bleacher creature as a kid. So that makes me and Brandon very happy knowing one of our guys is out there. So speaking on other players like shortstop, infield, Torres and LeMahieu have been lifting the baseball, especially LeMahieu. He's been lifting the ball, which is something we did not see much of last year. They both look very good, but it brings up an interesting question. What do you do at second base on opening day? Do you start LeMahieu or do you start Torres there? Because there's so much the Yankees could do right now. And I'm not super thrilled with the idea of putting DJ LeMahieu on the bench, especially with the money he's getting paid and for the quality of the player he is. I just want to know, what do you guys think is going to be the opening day infield at this point? Because there's so many questions revolving that.
So what I have been seeing is people have been putting Donaldson at DH and putting DJ at third.
That's what I put.
Which I like. I like that. I don't know if you run that out every single day because then I bring up questions about Voit and Stanton playing in the outfield and that kind of stuff. I don't want to leave DJ on a bench. I love DJ as a player. But I'm really banking on Glaber having a bounce back here this year. I think he's going to be incredible. DJ, like you mentioned, has also been great in spring training. Donaldson at DH opens up that flexibility. That's your best offensive lineup as well as maybe your best defensive lineup. I mean, granted, I don't know how big you guys are on Hicks. I'm not huge on Hicks, but I like the Judge or Gallo fit in center. That's fine. You're able to put DJ at third, who's great defensively, or even Donaldson, he's still decent enough over there. And if you want to DH DJ LeMahieu, that's fine. I think that when we get to opening day, I think Stanton's going to play in the outfield on opening day. I do think Donaldson plays at third, but I think DJ LeMahieu is going to be the DH that day. I think that's probably what they're going to run out with. I think that's probably going to be most ideal to them. But what I do want them to do is put DJ at third, I think, because he's a better defender than Donaldson.
No, I agree.
But I think it's good. That's a great lineup right there, guys. I think that is an awesome lineup.
Yeah,
me too.
What Sam was saying. I've been playing MLB The Show recently.
Oh, today's release day, by the way.
Yeah,
tonight at midnight.
Yeah, hype. So hype, boys.
I'm really excited. So I've been I don't want to sound like a geek, but I've been test running to see how the lineups would be. So I moved I moved Donaldson over. I moved Kiner Falefa over. I got Marwin Gonzalez, got everybody. Just moving around the lineup to see how it is. And Sam brings up a great point. I don't even see Hicks in the lineups opening day, to be honest.
No, me neither.
Gallo in center. You put Gallo in center. You got Stanton in left, Judge in right. And you put Donaldson at DH, or you could end up putting DJ at DH. But I feel like Donaldson's a great defensive player, but I feel like DJ LeMahieu has always been that keen defensive player.
Yeah, me too.
You have to have him in the field. I'd rather sacrifice having Donaldson at DH when I know he's going to hit a bomb.
Yeah.
Than DJ just playing DH. I mean, you can do it for a couple games, but not for a game.
Yeah, and DJ's a proven Gold Glove infielder. I mean, he's just he's too good of a defender to not put him in the defensive lineup. So like it poses a lot of questions. Like I find this so interesting, like how this could go so many different ways. Like I've seen people putting Connor Flefa at catcher. Like in some like some people put in that. I'm like, no, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Higashioka, by the way, has been, oh my goodness, he's been phenomenal. He's been phenomenal.
He's been awesome.
Bro, I hope he saves some for the regular season. And I read an interesting article, like speaking of Donaldson, like and Higashioka, how Donaldson like helped change Higgy's approach because they both have similar frames. Like they're similarly built guys. They have like I think they're around the same height. Like so, Donaldson was trying to change Higashioka's approach a little bit to unlock that power because we've seen Higashioka hit for power in various instances. That like that whole span last year, he was on like a hot streak. People were like, bench Gary Sanchez and put in Higgy. You put in Higgy for a couple more days, he cooled down, but he has that power. He has all of that. So it's nice to see that Donaldson's working with him, trying to unlock some more potential. But I honestly don't see Aaron Hicks in the starting lineup opening day either, and I don't want Aaron Hicks. I don't like Aaron Hicks, man. Like I've been a proven critic of Aaron Hicks for quite some time. Like, man, like you bat flipping pop ups to second base, bro. Like, come on.
And
like,
injury.
Like let's let bro. My dream outfield is the Judge in center, Gallo left, and the Stanton in right field. That's just arguably top 2 outfield in the league. That's just it's crazy.
I think it's top 1.
Me too. Me too. They're so good.
I think it's bar none. Like you could talk about the Cardinals and their defensive outfield, but I think when you talk about offensive production, it doesn't touch it. What I will say about Hicks is that I think that they are enamored with Hicks because he's a switch hitter. Yes. Because there is that lack of balance in this lineup, and that's why we saw him last year. They went out and got Rizzo and Gallo at the deadline. They brought more balance to the lineup. It definitely helped. What did they go 38-13 on that back half? Last year they were incredible with those two guys.
They were great. They were great.
So they are enamored with him because he is able to hit lefty and he's able to be a switch hitter and he's a decent enough guy out there. He hits enough home runs, so it's like doable. I hate his contract. I literally
Me too. It's
absolutely
awful.
Hate his contract. Awful. When they signed him to that deal, I was pissed because I didn't like him even before that. And now even on this money, I now dislike him even more.
Yeah, so
I'm out.
I've never really been his biggest fan since he got here. I mean, yeah, he had that cool moment in the ALCS. That's it. I mean, that's really it. But moving on, like there were some interesting quotes that came out in the media over the last 2 days. We got Brian Cashman, and I want to start off with this one that I like. This is going to be quick. I just found this like stupid, like what Aroldis Chapman said yesterday. If I could find this. Yeah, Aroldis Chapman said the following. He said, I thought winning a World Series would be easier with the Yankees. Well, if you didn't blow back-to-back elimination games and back-to-back seasons, you probably would have won a World Series. That's just how I stand on it. I did
see your tweet, man. That was golden. Yeah, that was so golden. That makes no sense to me. Whatever, chap. That's fine, man. It's cool. All right.
Yeah, take it. Yeah, I'm not a Chapman guy whatsoever.
Also, when you give up a massive bomb in the 9th inning and you just smile at the batter,
that was terrible. Like for me specifically, because it was at like 12:30 at night. That was I had just turned 18. So I had just turned 18 and my 18th birthday started with that. And I was like, dude, life sucks. Like this blows.
I'll never forget like the euphoria that came straight from that LeMahieu home run, bro. I was running laps. I was all by myself.
My God, dude,
I was by myself watching this game. I was running laps around my house, bro. And then when Altuve hit the home run, I just sat there like stunned. I was like, I shut off the TV and I just sat. I didn't move for like 2 hours. I was probably one of the worst nights of my life, easily. The Brasil one the next year was not much better either. But speaking of the Astros, as we just mentioned, Brian Cashman had something to say today, and he said that the Yankees would have won he says his team would have won the World Series in 2017. This is from The Athletic. I think they messed up that quote a little bit. I think he blew it out of proportion. They blew it out of proportion, but it said that it was illegal and horrific for the Astros to steal signs. And he also said that he got offended when he started to hear that we haven't been to the World Series since 2009. Cashman said that, What do we think? Because there are so many mixed opinions, like all over the place. Brandon, I know we have a very strong opinion on the Astros, and you have a very strong opinion on Brian Cashman, as we were talking about prior to this. So what do you got to say about this, man?
Brian Cashman needs to rot in a hole. I never want to see that man in my life again. I really don't. Brian Cashman, I will find your address and leak it. That is a threat. Not even a warning. That's a threat.
Oh my God, bro, he's not a Cashman guy, bro. What is bro? Like, I don't understand why Cashman's out here like, yo, like the Astros were disgraceful, bro. You built such a great. Don't get me wrong. I'm in no way defending what I hate the Astros. You guys know this, but you had one of the best like young cores in the league at the time, and you've done nothing with it. You traded for Stanton, and what has happened since then? You have not reached a World Series. You have not reached the level of success that we hoped for. And then this offseason, I don't even think this is his fault, bro. I think like Hal didn't want to spend money on Freeman. I think that's what it was. Like, trust me, I'm fine. Like, looking in the grand scheme of things, I'm fine for not paying a crap load of money for a shortstop. Like, I think Connor Falefa could get the job done. I think he's a great position player. And like Cashman, I thought he made a good. I thought that trade with the Twins was great. I thought it was a great trade. I said this last podcast, and I've been defending it since it happened. Like, I thought it was a great trade. So I feel like Cashman's getting like a little too much hate for his offseason this year. That really wasn't his fault, in my opinion. I think it's just Hal's just pulling the strings. Like, Cashman's just like a puppet for Hal, and then Boone is like the puppet for Cashman and Hal. Like, it's like it's insanity. Like, I don't get it. But Sam, what do you think about this, man? Like, it's just crazy.
So everything that you just said, I'm going to break it down. Okay. So first off, starting with the Astros, a majority of my followers base came off of a video saying we hate the Astros. It has like 600,000 views. Like, it's the pinned video on my page. It was me saying that everybody hates the Astros.
I remember this exact video. I remember this exact video.
It went on talking Yanks and talking baseball and starting nine and all that stuff. Okay. So I don't like the Astros. None of us do. Who the hell does? Right?
Astros fans, maybe. I mean, maybe they hate them too. I don't know. Like,
Cashman's comments are interesting. He's right on the Astros thing. But the one thing that I will say about Cashman is I don't want to hear that shit from you that, I get offended when we don't make a World Series since 2009, yada, yada, yada. Man, like, the Jacoby Ellsbury contract exists. Right? Like, you didn't do everything that you should have done in this time frame to be able to win us another championship. Like, mind you, 2013 and 2016, we were like not like necessarily rebuilding, but it's like a Yankees rebuild because they're still decent enough, but they're not a World Series team. But like 2017 and now, you kind of have to make up for that. The post 2009 era, they should have made up for it. They should have won a title one of those years. The Rangers were crazy those years. So that's fine. But like Cashman, I think, and again, back to your point with Cashman this offseason, I've been preaching it. I think they had a really good offseason. I think it makes them more versatile. I think they're a better team offensively. I think they're a better team defensively. The fact that we're sitting here talking about where DJ LeMahieu's going to play on opening day is great because the lineup is so versatile. We have 10 guys fill 9 spots. I think it's awesome. I did want some more pitching. That was really the only thing. And again, that might still happen. And with the Donaldson trade, I love the Donaldson trade. I absolutely love it. I broke it down on my YouTube page. He still rakes, but nobody really cared because he was in Minnesota. Like, he was still a 124 WRC plus guy out there in Minnesota, but nobody cares because they won 72 games. Nobody gave a shit. So his value tanked. And one thing before I end this little rant here, I did hate when Carlos Correa signed with the Twins. They're like, oh my God, Brian Cashman freed up that money for Minnesota so they could sign Carlos Correa instead of the Yankees. No, man, I don't look at it that way. I think that's cool. You guys are still the, third or fourth best team in your division, and that's awesome. And you sign Carlos Correa, and he's going to opt out after a year after robbing you guys. But, it's just not how I see it. It's not how I see it. Correa wanted his money. And if you wanted to come to the Yankees, I think Cashman would have brought him to the Yankees, but they clearly trust in Volpe. They clearly trust in Peraza. It's going to be one of those guys after IKF, obviously. But yeah.
No, you're right. So like I see that trade as something that benefited the team. So like people like try arguing with me and they're like, the Yankees did not improve this offseason. The Yankees did improve this offseason. If you take a look at last year's opening day roster with Jay Bruce at first base and Clint Frazier in left field, don't even dare tell me the Yankees did not get better in a year span. We were watching that game last year, opening day, and we see Jay Bruce come trying to, like, I don't understand. I don't understand how people have the audacity to say that the Yankees did not get better. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I don't understand, like, the rest of the division. I don't think the Red Sox got better either. And I'm not even being biased, bro. Like, who is the Red Sox? What is the Red Sox rotation? It's Eovaldi, Pivetta, and Rich Hill, and Michael Wacha, and James Paxton coming off Tommy John. If we go back in time, like 4 years, that rotation is phenomenal. But right now, I mean, you're telling me that team got better? Like, yeah, the Blue Jays, I think they got better. I mean, they added 2 new pitchers. What they got? Gausman and Kikuchi. Solid rotation. Solid team right there. They got Matt Chapman. But did the Rays really get better either? No.
But we can't count out the Rays.
But you can't count out the Rays. You can't count out the Rays.
You know what I
can.
mean? Like it's kind of like the biggest question mark of all time, and we let them slide. Like
every year.
I'm saying they're the second best team in their division, and I genuinely couldn't even tell you who their third baseman is right now.
No, me too.
Not tell you.
Me too.
I couldn't tell you. But like they're that good,
yeah.
dude. They're just always going to be good. Like I don't know.
I still believe they're the second best. I think the Yankees come in third, and I still think their ceiling is first place because people are like, yo, like the Yankees are going to finish in fourth. No, they're not. I refuse to believe the fact that the Yankees are going to finish in fourth after they upgraded their roster compared to last year. And yeah, I feel like we could use another pitcher. That is true because Severino went down again. Like arm soreness. And did he even throw that bullpen the other day? I don't even think he did.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. So that is obviously a cause for concern. But then you saw Luis Gil throwing heat. David Garcia's fastball's up 5 miles an hour compared to last season. It's just, I think the options are there. Like trading for a guy it's obviously an addition, but they have the potential to build something great. Even if Severino gets hurt, they have a lot of potential. Like even Clark Schmidt looks a lot better, man. Tyon looked good today. He didn't look bad. Cortez is still there. Of course, we got Garrett Cole, Montgomery. He had a rough first game, settled down. I mean, that's why like I don't understand a lot of the hate directed towards the Yankees. Well, obviously, everyone hates the Yankees. If you're not a Yankees fan, that's just the way things are. But like
that's life.
That is life. That is life. Indeed. All right, so now let's get into like the more. I know obviously we've done some very interesting stuff so far, but this is a very interesting part right here. We got a little over under, so instead of doing like hot takes and predictions like everyone else, I figured we spice this up a little bit. So might as well start off with one of the more highly touted questions: Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton over under 95 combined home runs. What do you guys think?
Ooh, that's spicy. I'm going to have to tack the under. I want to see it happen because that would be sick. Like, imagine one of them hitting 40 and the other one hitting 45.
That would be phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm going to have to smack the under. I'm looking at like 80, 85. I think that like makes the
most. I think I would have to go with Sam because I think it'd be really close to 95, but it's not going to crack it.
Yeah, I would say like very close. I would say very close. And by the way, these are going off of stuff that like I asked on Twitter. I'm like, what do you guys want to see for the over-under? So these are some comments from people. But I think it's definitely under 95. It would be fun. As you mentioned, it would be phenomenal if they get over 95. That would be great. All right. So Garrett Cole, over under 100 strikeouts. He had 94 last season.
I'm going to smack the over. I think Garrett Cole comes out this year crazy.
Me too.
His spin rates are back up. You know, he's back to pumping 97, 98, which is awesome to see after the whole spider tag thing last year. I think he's going to come out ballistic this year. I think he wins a Cy Young. I genuinely think that Garrett Cole wins a Cy Young this year. It's not even a bias thing. I think he does it. There's a bunch of sleeper guys out there, but I think he's going to do it this year. Like he deserved it last year too. So
I think he deserved it last year as well. And yeah, I definitely think he has a shot this year. I think he's definitely over 100 strikeouts because he's back. He's back. Garrett Cole is back. I feel like he's definitely going to have a massive chip on his shoulder right now, coming off of that wild card game, especially going against the Red Sox opening day. I expect quite the show from Garrett Cole. Brandon, how are we feeling about this one?
No, yeah, you definitely have to go over. Not just, well, for me, it's a bias reason because I love Garrett Cole.
I love Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole over here. But, I would smash the over on this. I feel like Garrett Cole's going to have a solid season. But I also am going to go all based off of how he starts opening day. Remember, you always have the first game jitters back in the Bronx, like really rocking out because remember last year at the beginning of the season, I think it was limited, right? Limited capacity.
Yeah.
So like you're coming out opening day. I guarantee you the stadium's going to be packed because our tickets were expensive.
Oh, so, yeah, 100%.
We'll see how the pressure's being placed. But I say he comes out solid 12 strikeout performance.
Ooh, as Garrett Cole once said, pressure is indeed a privilege, going off of what Garrett Cole once said. So now moving on, Joey Gallo, over under 36 home runs.
Over. Ooh, Mr.
Joseph.
Gallo.
Joseph.
I believe if you check like the DraftKings odds, I believe it's set at 36. This is just what someone just commented on Twitter. I love Joey Gallo. I absolutely love the guy. And I forgot how many home runs he hit last year, but he was playing in a bigger ballpark majority of the season. Right now, Yankee Stadium, short porch. I think he definitely hits it. I think he hits it. I think he finally feels more confident in the pinstripes. He looks a lot better in spring training. He looks more confident at the plate. He doesn't look as reluctant. Yeah, he obviously swings for the fences, but he looks more confident at the plate. His approach is definitely a lot better than it was earlier, like later last season when he first came to the Yankees. I'm very confident in Joey Gallo this year. That's what I'm going over.
Yeah, Joey Gallo there's a ton of guys right now that look a lot more comfortable in the box. We talked about Glaber and DJ earlier. Gallo is another one of those dudes. I spent the majority of last year and a good chunk of the offseason hating him because and people hated me for it because I said,
I remember it. I remember this.
I really like Gallo. I really like him. But over the past, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that, I'm really starting to like this guy. Super personable. I've been seeing him on social media all the time. Seems like a really nice dude. And I think, he gets a full year under his belt this year in the Bronx. You mentioned the short porch, which I think is going to be incredible for him. The number's 36, correct?
Yes, 36.
Okay. I don't think he hits 36. Mm-hmm. I think he hits 35. I think if I'm going to put the number, I'm going to go 35. I think 36 is just a bit much. So I'm going to go 35. I'll go the under with that one.
No, that's a Joey Gallo moment. Right. And I will say I was very excited when he came to the Yankees. But what even made me more excited now is everything that Yes Network is doing when they mic him up.
Bro, it's awesome.
Questions.
Like,
he is becoming one of my favorite players in
me too.
And I freaking love it. Gabagoo, Mr. Gallo. It's a tank.
Bro, I loved him.
I feel like he will get the 35 home runs and not 36.
I've loved Joey Gallo ever since he came over, primarily because he's Italian. I'm Italian. I showed up with my flag one game. Like, it was great. Like, I love Joey Gallo. He seems
because the fact that we did hold up the flag upside down and it did go on Yes Network.
Yeah, it was actually on TV because it was three of us holding it and we were actually holding it the wrong way. And if you look in like one of the wide shots from the game, you just see us holding the flag in the background the complete wrong way. But hey, man, it happens. But no, there it is right there. There's it's totally the wrong. And it's funny, I didn't even notice. I was like, oh no, it's the wrong way. But I love Joey Gallo. Like, it's funny because people are like, oh, you look like Garrett Cole. I know that, but I feel like Joey Gallo just matches my personality so well. He just seems like such a genuine, down to earth, cool guy. Like I love Joey Gallo. Like he fools around all the time. Seems like such a nice person. I love Joey Gallo. I think he hits the over. This is an interesting one right here. Aaron Judge over under 96 RBIs. What are we thinking? That's an odd number, 96. Why we going with 96? I don't know.
So Judge, I'm honestly gonna presume that Judge is in a contract year. I don't think, with everything that's going on right now, I don't think he gets an extension. I don't think he leaves. I don't think he leaves whatsoever. I think, once the season's done, they figure something out and he makes a shit ton of money, and that's fine, because that would, we would all riot and go to Brian Cashman's house, like Brandon alluded to earlier. And we would do some very unspeakable things. But I think Judge in a contract year, I think he's fully healthy this year. I think he might tap on like 110. I'm going to be honest, guys. If Judge is playing a full season, he might tap on 110. Like, Gallo's going to be on base a lot more into the top of that order. Like, if IKF can get on base a ton, DJ LeMahieu's going to be automatic. So I would say, like, I'm over, but I'm going to go like 110, boys.
I'm going over as well. The Yankees lineup is, people seem to forget how dangerous the top 5 of the Yankees lineup is right now. And with guys that most likely are going to be getting on base, like Giancarlo, if Giancarlo Stanton and DJ LeMahieu and Gallo and Rizzo and like all these guys just keep getting on base the way that they were last season, Aaron Judge is set right now. He is set. Like, he has that whole bottom of the order coming behind. He has the whole group of guys coming up behind him. And then if IKF gets on base in the bottom of the order, if Higgy gets on base, if Glaber gets on base, it's just like a matter of if people get on the base paths and put the ball in play and draw walks. That's what it depends on. And because I know Aaron Judge, he puts the ball in play in these big situations. He's showed it time and time again. I think he could definitely do that if guys get on base. That is the big key here. Brandon, what do we think?
No, I think solid takes. Just gonna be depending on also where the Yankees put him at to bat. In the lineup, everything, every little thing takes an effect when you're talking about RBI. So no, I think solid takes. I think he will probably crack like 110-ish.
I agree with that too.
But yeah, hopefully he gets his extension soon, because like Sam was referring to me earlier, I will literally find Cashman's address. We will Steinbrenner's. I'll find up the whole 9. I'll find up Bob or Manfred's too.
The 4 line will have a protest outside of Brian Cashman's house if this does not go the way we hope. This is another interesting one. Giancarlo Stanton over under 140 games played. This is a bit of a tough one.
Staying in the outfield. Staying in the outfield's scary.
Yeah, it's giving me a little like this one's tricking me a little bit. Like, I don't know which way to go here. It's does this includes outfield and DH? I'd assume. I mean,
yeah. I don't know. I love Stanton, so I'm gonna go over just because I love him.
Me too. I love him.
I'm not confident in that, but I'll go that.
I love him. While I still formulate my opinion, Brandon, you got anything right here? I'm still trying to think here, man.
I love Stanton. Do I think it's gonna go over? No.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards you right there, Brandon. Like, I love Giancarlo. Like, I was one of those people that I'll blatantly admit it. I was a bit vocal on. Yes, Giancarlo threw me my first baseball. I have it in the back right there. It was against the Indians. Well, now the Guardians. Whoops, my bad. It was a great day. It was a great day. He threw me my first ball. But I was a pretty big Stan critic in 2020, especially. But this year, last season, he gained a lot of my respect from the thing with Lindor, from the Red Sox series to just even the Astros series in May. That's where I started to gain more respect and more love for Giancarlo, and he threw me the ball. I love him on an even more personal level. Got his jersey for Christmas. I'm fully on board the Stanton train. Do I think he gets over 140 games played? No, I don't think so. But this is another interesting one right here. Over under 74 stolen bases as a team. I don't know what these wacky numbers are here, but
I think they only stole about 40-ish last year as a team. It was really low. I think
it was really low.
The second lowest tally in the league. The lowest was the Reds. They stole like 24 bases because they don't run at all. Yeah, I got to go under. I like what I'm seeing in the spring. They're playing a lot of small ball. I mean, IKF is great on the base pass as well. We've been talking about him a lot. 74 just seems like a big jump from 40. So I'm going to go under. Yeah, I'm going to go under.
I'm kind of torn here. I think it goes under, honestly, but IKF adds speed. He's definitely going to be aggressive on the base paths. I know Glaber ain't the fastest, but we've seen him steal bases. Gallo has speed. Do you want him stealing bases? I don't know. I mean, like, the Yankees wanted to get faster. That's what Brian Cashman. You want to get athletic and more faster. IKF provides that speed. Gallo has some speed. Aaron Judge, for his height, is not the slowest guy. Like, I think that it's possible, but I feel like that's, as you mentioned, I feel like that's too big of a jump.
Yeah.
Facts. So I definitely would say under. Only because these last few seasons, Tyler Wade has been an official pinch runner.
Yeah, he's been the base stealing machine.
He's only had his contract for running. And, I feel like the Yankees these past couple of years have never been such a big stealing base team.
Mm-hmm.
So, I definitely say under, even though we got some speed.
Yeah, me too. I feel like next year with the bigger bases, that is definitely possible. But right now, I just don't see it. This is another interesting one. Luis Severino, over under 120 innings pitched. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I'm gonna go under. That's bold.
I'm gonna go under here as well.
I think maybe like 90 to 100. He's scary. He scares me. He looks good. Like, granted, he got donged off of twice, and that sucks. But he's back to 97, 98, and we saw him in the playoffs last year at 93, 92, 93. So it's good to see him get the velo up. If Severino could find the location, he's going to be awesome for this team this year. Mm-hmm. I don't know about 120 innings. That's
me neither.
Scary.
Me neither. Like, I feel like the health of Severino and the health issues and the control are definitely going to play a huge factor in this. And he's already gone down with some soreness, and the season didn't even start yet. So I'm not too optimistic about that one. Brandon, you don't look too optimistic about it either.
I feel like Severino got pumped up when he came back at the end of the year last year. And, really excited he was relieving out the bullpen. And now he's getting hurt again, and I feel like he's another player that it's going to be really hard to keep him to stay healthy. And no matter how much I want him to be, it's not going to happen. So I definitely have to go under.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that as well. And then the last one here, this isn't like a serious one. This is like I found this on Twitter. Someone wrote this in the comments, and I just found it funny. Over under one animal running on the field. I just found this to be something funny. Like, I feel like this adds something interesting.
Give me 3 this year.
3?
Give me 3.
Wow,
that's a bold take.
Bold takes, man. Let's go 3.
Bold takes.
Does a bird count? 3. Does a bird count?
No.
They're like
does a rat count?
Yes, like a rat, like a cat, the raccoon.
Two rats and a cat. How about that? two rats and a cat this year in Yankee Stadium. Book it. You guys heard it first.
I want to be 100%. Able to see at least one of the cats.
What if Bronxy escapes the cage and starts running on the field like the little turtle?
Oh my God, Bronxy!
Actually, I have news on the turtle. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Nestor Cortez said, they brought him to a local community center. For local kids in the Bronx, and they said that he's doing great. They said that the kids love the turtle. That's phenomenal. That's great to hear. I love animals, love turtles, but yeah, I think there's at least over one animal on the field. Am I able to tell what it is? No, but I think that was a funny question to ask. That's a little good piece of information right there. But I remember when the cat ran on the field last year. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. I mean, let's see what happens this year, though. I mean, you mentioned rats and cats. Like, who knows?
A cat, man. 2 rats and a cat. Watch it, bro. I'm telling you guys.
Who knows, man? Bro. Who knows, man? But I think that was probably the best way to end this one off, as we completed all of the material we had today. Also, thank you again to Sam for coming on the podcast today. Would you like to mention any of the things that you do outside of TikTok, YouTube, like stuff like that, like anything you do so for the people? So they could know where to find you, stuff like that.
I mean, if you guys want to come see me in Delaware, I work at a bar. That's cool. Just kidding. I do. I'm transitioning to full-time baseball. I was doing all 4 sports, probably, up until 2 weeks ago. We just made the announcement this week. I'm going full baseball. So 2 YouTube videos a week, obviously all my content on TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. I'm Sam Luckini on some platforms. I'm SamSportsTalk on others. So that's all it is. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it thoroughly. Also, one last announcement before we go. Opening day, as we mentioned earlier, Thursday, April 7th. Be there or be square. You do not want to miss this. Section 203. Come say what's going on to the 4 line. We'll be out there vlogging. If you want to hang out, talk Yankees, take pictures, have something to eat with us. I don't know. Do whatever you want. We're for the people. So we'll leave you with that. We hope to see you on opening day. Maybe we might get another video in before then. I don't know. But thank you again to Sam for coming on. We really appreciate it, man. But signing off, it's your boy CJ.
It's your amigo Brandon.
And it's Sam over there. If you
I didn't even know. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I was like, yo, what's up? Like, what's going on, boys? You guys need to warn me about this shit, man. Like fit of the day, like the outro. You guys gotta let me know what's going on. Right now.
Well, it comes so natural because
it does. It comes out of nowhere. All right, so how about we redo it? We're gonna put this. I like that. So how about we redo it? Signing off, it's your boy CJ.
It's your amigo Brandon.
I'm obsessed with John Carlos Stanton.
So am I. So is Brandon. How you doing? Obsessed with everybody. Barrett Cole. So we will see you guys soon. And let's go.
Yankees.
Yankees, boys.
There we go.